something that's business type so that they kind of learn and grow, and maybe he'll be his own entrepreneur one day, right?
Oh, he absolutely will be. I'm sure of that. I'm sure he will be his own entrepreneur. And I'm big on that too. Like being in the family business and stuff like that. Like we don't have to go outside to look for employment or anything like that when we're doing things within the home. That's gonna leave us well off. Everybody just pull their own weight, play their own part. And we do this thing together. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely have plans to like you know expand it out, everybody,
Mhm.
really, so that we can, just be a real strong unit. Like that's super important for me. Super important.
So speaking of important, let's kind of go into a little bit of like what your goals are for the future of your company. What do you see yourself like in maybe like a year? What would you like to see with your company?
So in about a year from now, I still, I see myself still selling to individuals, just your regular everyday people. But I think on a broader scale, um, going directly to businesses, like, and just having a real solid system in place where I'm going directly business to business, and providing apparel to these companies who have at least 15 or more employees, you know and providing shirts for them, with
Mhm.
motivational sayings on it, loop the logo on the side or something like that, maybe the company logo on the sleeve or something like that, and like that's really how I want to expand, like just going business to business all over. you know I don't really see other business models really approaching it like that. Yeah, they have people, sell shirts to businesses where they have the big company logo on it or whatever, but
Yeah.
I'm going to do motivational shirts to businesses so that they can motivate their employees. Like that's the goal. That's the goal.
Yeah.
And like really just do it in numbers.
So when you do your shirts, do you have just your regular stuff, like all your own logos that you use, like your own sayings? Or companies come to you and say, hey, I would like kind of like a different slogan for my own team. What do you usually go with?
So normally I would do like one of the designs that I have already, but there's also an option to where, if you have something that you wanted on the shirt, something motivational that you want on the shirt, then I can get that created for you. I'll go to a third party and, have them create the design, bring it back to you, see if you like it, and walk forward and get that pressed up. So it doesn't necessarily, like, I don't want to tie people down to having to choose one of my designs. That would be great. But, maybe a business has a certain saying or slogan that they use within their
Yeah.
business, that they want to put on their shirts, so they can let me know what that is. I can go get that slogan created, make it look real nice, um, and bring it back to them, and definitely do something like that. So yeah, we don't have to stick to my designs. It could be anything that you want to
Yeah.
do.
That's good. It's good to be a little bit flexible to kind of work with your customers that way. I like that you're doing that. Because yeah, I find like some people have their own slogans that they really like, or you know their motto or whatever the business might be. So it's really nice that you're able to be like, hey, I want to be able to push my marketing on you, but I want to work with you as well, which is a very important thing to do as an entrepreneur. Even myself, like sometimes I have to go out of the box and be like, okay, well, I want to work with you, but let's see what we can do, right? To work together. What do you think? Yeah.
Right,
What
right,
do you think
right.
has been, have you
Absolutely.
had like any really
Yeah.
strange requests or anything?
I haven't had any strange requests as of yet, but you know, I haven't had any strange requests as of yet. Nah. But I'm not saying I can see it coming. I can see it happening, but I haven't
Okay.
had it yet
Because
though.
I'm like, what would you use with I'm bored? What would you add to this to make it motivational?
I'm bored.
I'm bored.
I'm bored. I'm bored of not making money. I'm bored of, sitting around doing nothing. I don't know if that's really motivational, but
I'm
yeah, I don't
bored
know
but
what I can do
creative.
while I'm bored.
I'm bored. Put me to work. No, I don't know.
I'm bored but creative. That's a good.
I just like this was
That's a
like
good
I have
one.
only like two shorts that I have
I'm bored
fun.
but creative. You always got to be creative.
Well, I'm not always bored. I'm always
Nah, I like that
busy.
shirt though.
Is for the most part, I really often don't have downtime. Not a lot of it, so I'm not really ever bored. The only bored I get is if it's the same conversation over and over again, and then it's like, well, okay.
Mhm. Yeah. Nah, as an entrepreneur, we're hardly ever bored. Like it's always something to do. Like I'm like one of my best friends, like she told me like, oh, when I first started, she was like, like there's always something to do. Always something to do. And I'm like, I don't know how true that is, like, cause I don't really have much. But then it's like when I started, I couldn't stop. There's literally always something to do. So like I get it now. Like when businesses will say like, "Oh, I don't want to see you over here doing nothing. You should always be doing something. There should always be something to do. You should, be wiping the counters or doing something. You should. There's always something to do." Now I understand what they mean. Like there literally is always something to do. Like there's you should never have a moment where you're not
Yeah.
doing anything.
No, that's good. What have you found that um what do you kind of find like your daily routine?
My daily routine is it's all over the place. Scene is all over the place. Social media. The next minute I'm doing marketing for an ad. You know, the next minute I'm trying to get a couple of sales. And that's one of area of struggle at. It's like really just finding that balance and that structure. Like a real strict tight routine. But like I said, it's hard to really stick to something specific when you're wearing all the hats in the business. And that's one thing I really have to learn how to like let go of, and stop trying to do everything. But like I said, also when you don't have the budget, it's hard. So yeah, I'm just doing like a little bit of something every single day. A little bit of something.
Yeah. Do you think maybe have you thought if the oldest one could help you maybe with any of the social media stuff?
Yeah, I think that he can. I think he can help me a little bit with the social media. Um, I haven't really tried to put him in that and give him that bigger responsibility, but I think that could be possible. But I don't know. I don't really know if I want to fully like throw that at him right now because it can be a lot. I think I would like for him to be more on the creative side of whatever it is that he wants to do for his business because that's really my main thing. I want him to get into his own thing, get into his groove, and figure out what it is that he wants to do. Because I also don't want to like fully impose, like make him do what it is that I'm doing. I want him to find his own identity and, you know, do something that he's gonna be happy with. I don't want to like all the way push this on him. I've tried, you know, to get him in, you know, with this, but if he's not fully all the way on, I noticed that, and there's nothing wrong with that because I just want him to be, you know, all in with what it is that he wants to do with his passion. I'm following
Yeah.
my passion. I want him to be able to follow his passion.
That's
You
good.
know,
That's amazing. And that's really good as a parent to do that so that they learn to be their own creative selves. Give them that little push and be like, okay, off into the world. Have fun. Let's see what you can do. So we're going to wrap up. First, first, what I wanted to ask you real quick is what kind of advice would you have for solopreneurs?
for a solopreneur, I would just pretty much say to, you know, believe in yourself. You know, believe in yourself first. You know, and know that what you're doing is going to help people. If what you're doing is from your heart and you have like really have a passion for what it is that you're doing, just fully believe in yourself. Don't second guess anything that you're doing, you know, and I say that because it's important to listen to that voice in your head, you know, why you started, you know, and not to listen to what other people may say to you in terms of, you know, the doubts, you know, when you want to do something, there are people who are going to doubt it and be like, well, I don't know, maybe you should, you know, do this, or maybe you should do that. I think it's important to just stick firm on what it is that you believe, you know, and if it's in your heart, you're going to do good at it, you know, just stay strong, stick to what it is that you believe. If you have that passion for it, you're going to be successful, you know, and just keep grinding and don't stop. You know, one of my uh mentors said not too long ago, you know, like what we tend to do in our businesses, like, you know, when something gets hard in our business, like we'll kind of like stop, or, you know, we'll go the other way when it gets really hard. And he kind of made the comparisons when a woman's having a baby, like, you know, when she's having a baby, she go, you know, she goes into labor and she has contractions, you know, and, you know, what does she have to do? You know, when she has contractions, she has to push through, you know, and push that baby out, you know, and she has this beautiful thing that she brings into the world,
Yeah.
you know, and so it's the same thing with your business, you know, things are gonna get hard, you know, as a solopreneur, you know, it's gonna get rough, but, you know, that's not the time to turn around and go the other way. Maybe that's the time you really need to just push through, and, you know, you be so happy at the results, you know what I'm saying? But you got to push at that moment, you know, and that's really what's important, because a lot of us will go the other way when it gets hard. So that's my main advice. Just keep pushing, go hard, don't stop, believe in yourself. I don't know what happened. You still there? I'm not sure. Looks like uh Carrie may have gotten cut out for a moment. Um, but yeah, so that's my word right there. Like, you know, just pretty much like stay focused, stay strong, and mindset is everything. Stay focused, and you know, that's why I'm gonna be coming out like with a mindset course really soon. That's my next thing that I'm working on, is a mindset course. It's gonna be called Mindset Over Everything. Just created the checklist, you know, that you want to have, you know, in order to you know, to be your two thing, you know, it's just your go-to thing. You always want to check off everything on that list every day before you attack whatever it is that you're doing. Just stay focused on the things that are important, you know, that's going to keep you pushing and going through, you know. So definitely follow me on IG at Loop Clothing NYC. And I'm also on Facebook, Loop Clothing NYC on Facebook, LinkedIn, all the different networks. Um, yeah, I don't know what happened to Carrie, but yeah, we still like I guess I'm the host now. So nah, I definitely appreciate everybody tuning in. Everybody who tuned in, like I really appreciate y'all, and I wish I could see any questions or comments. Um, but since Carrie's not back yet, if anybody DMs me the word checklist on Instagram, send you a free copy of the checklist. I'll send you a free copy of the checklist. So you could DM me on IG and just say the word checklist, and I'll know where you came from. Or you can DM me on or send me a message on Facebook Messenger, and I'll definitely send you a copy of the checklist for sure. Absolutely. But definitely a pleasure. And yeah, also any questions, you know, always DM me. Any shirts you want made up. This shirt right here, that over everything, gonna this in November. It's gonna and that's yeah, so gonna have a couple of sales coming up pretty soon. And I think we got Carrie back. Are you there?
Oh, that should work.
Yes, all right. I can see you now. All right, so yeah, definitely. I was just letting them know they could see me on, they could catch me on
Perfect.
IG, they could catch me on
Oh, there we
Facebook, you
go.
know, just at Loop Clothing
Yes.
NYC, LinkedIn,
Perfect.
yeah, and you know, all the social media, and I'm also about to drop a YouTube
Oh,
as well.
great.
All those platforms you can catch me on, and yeah, I really look forward to connect with you guys, and you know, I appreciate you having me
Absolutely.
on, and I appreciate everybody who tuned tonight. Like, we
Well, we
appreciate
are
y'all for
so glad
real.
to have you, and sorry for the little technical error there. But yeah, I just want to say thank you for your time coming on and sharing your incredible journey, your story, and just what you're trying to bring to everyone is so incredible. And I want to say thank you for having your business and being able to bring this to the world. It's so wonderful. So keep going, keep pushing. And everyone that's listening, make sure you guys go follow Loop Clothing NYC on Instagram or other social handles. Yeah, and then of course, thank you everyone for tuning in and being supportive to myself as well. I really appreciate everyone always tuning in every Tuesday nights at 9 o'clock here on Jess TV, Jess FM. So we will look forward to seeing you guys all next Tuesday. Thank you again so much, Michael. I wish you a wonderful evening, and yeah, just keep pushing, keep pushing. And I wish you a great night. Thank you so much.
Will
Good
do.
night.
Thank you.